Hey guys, STTM here, and today we got our second 2025 NFL mock draft. So yeah, if you enjoy, then make sure you like, subscribe, put on notifications, and comment on the video. Let me know what you think. It's gets me recommended. And if you put on notifications, you'll be updated about new STTM uploads. Also, I'll just appreciate it. So yeah, now I'm gonna stop with this Japanese and get straight into the video. Pow! 3 reasons for each selection, not my draft order. Also, first pick, Carolina Panthers select Abdul Carter, edge at a Penn State. It is a little risky because this is his first year as an edge rusher, but for me, he is the best player in this draft. He has many awards like all Big Ten first team, and he's fast because he has 4.48 as a dash time. So yeah. Second pick, Patriots select Will Campbell, offensive tackle LSU. No, New England still has lots of help to get on O-line. He could guard well, being 6'6". He's also heavy at 300 pounds. Third pick, Denver Broncos select Travis Hunter, cornerback out of Colorado. Helps offensively and defensively. Hunter is also great to complement Bo Nix on offense, and well, Nix could easily be a bust, so you kind of have to build some support around him. Travis Hunter could also work with Pat Surtain for some extra help too, to help defense, and secondary is really weak outside of Surtain. Fourth pick, Washington Commanders select Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan. He's reunited with Mike Sainer still, so they have chemistry on the secondary unit. Will Johnson always gets a good amount of interceptions. He's also just talented with the 4.44 speed. I think it can even get faster at points too. Fifth pick, Tennessee Titans select Kelvin Banks, offensive tackle at Texas. More support for Will Levis, the merrier. Third year drafting O-line in round one, and well, they still need to fix the offensive line. It still has a lot of problems, and J.C. Latham could just be a bust too. Who knows? Bill Callahan can help as O-line coach, and Brian Callahan helps as a head coach with an offensive mind. Sixth pick, New York Giants select Luther Burden, wide receiver out of Missouri. Giants need offensive help because it's not just Daniel Jones. It's kind of like the whole offense that's pretty bad. Burden and Neighbors, I think, can work well together. Also, Burden was also an over 1,000-yard receiver and also has a 14.1 average, meaning he can catch in medium routes and maybe even deep routes too. Seventh pick, Las Vegas Raiders select James Pierce Jr., edge at Tennessee. Pierce Jr. had 9.5 sacks in freshman season. Raiders need a good defensive player to help them, and Pierce Jr. can learn from Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby. Also, he led Tennessee in sacks, so he can contribute on defense. So he definitely knows what contributing is like. Eighth pick, Arizona Cardinals select Harold Perkins, linebacker out of LSU. I feel like Cardinals need a linebacker. Excuse me. Harold Perkins has chemistry in the front seven due to working with B.J. Ojolari at LSU. Also, he is 6'1", 220, which is a great height in this league, being 6'1", and the weight supports it as well. Ninth pick, Minnesota Vikings select Benjamin Morrison, cornerback out of Notre Dame. Benjamin Morrison had 3 interceptions and 10 pass deflects. Benjamin Morrison has caused problems for QBs like Caleb Williams, which are pretty good. And also, too, the Vikings need a cornerback, and Morrison can get the job done for them. 10th pick, New Orleans Saints select Malachi Starks, safety out of Georgia. Safety is a need now that Marcus May is gone. Starks is the best safety in this draft class, and Starks has 5 interceptions in 2 seasons, meaning it could be a problem for some QBs. 11th pick, Seattle Seahawks select Tataroa McMillan, wide receiver out of Arizona. He could be a true wide receiver 3 since JSN hasn't seemed to work out. If JSN improves, then McMillan could be 3, and well, it could be like a 4-receiver offense, which gives Gino many options as targets, so I like that. McMillan had 1,402 yards with 10 touchdowns and a 15.6 average, so he could play well deep or in a medium route, or can just get you some yardage. Tataroa McMillan is a tall receiver at 6'5", so it could be like Drake London with some height, and also has the same average in college, so that comparison could be there. 12th pick, Indianapolis Colts like Mason Graham, defensive tackle out of Michigan. Colts need a defensive tackle because Raekwon Davis really ain't that good. He's a big force to deal with, weighing 318 pounds. LBS, by the way, just so you guys, some people might not even know that measurement. Also, he should break out at Michigan due to having more opportunities now, meaning the Colts scouts could see what he is really like, which I think he could really be good. 13th pick, Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Nick Scorton, edge at Texas A&M. Logan Hall hasn't seemed to work out for Tampa, so Tampa needs some defensive help. Scorton can learn from Levante David and Vita Vea. Also, Scorton can be a part of a young core on front seven with Yaya Diaby, Kalijah Kancey, and potentially Servoche Adenis, and maybe, just maybe, KJ Britt. 14th pick, Pittsburgh Steelers select Denzel Burke, cornerback out of Ohio State. They could save cap room, let him go of Dante Jackson. Burke and JPJ, Joey Porter Jr., could be a decent cornerback duo. And also, too, Minka Fitzpatrick, another member of the secondary, can teach them tips for locking down certain wide receivers. So, yeah. 15th pick, Los Angeles Chargers select Deion Walker, defensive tackle out of Kentucky. Chargers need defensive line help, and Walker can most certainly fill that shoe. Deion Walker can learn from Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa as well for mentorship, which I believe in mentorship a lot, just, and also, too, Walker's tall at 6'6" and recorded 7.5 sacks and is heavy and can break offensive line barriers at 348 pounds and can get to that quarterback. 16th pick, Jacksonville Jaguars select Princely Umanalum, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. Jacksonville could do better than Devon Hamilton, in my opinion. Princely can develop well with new defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen, who worked with David Onyemata and Calais Campbell and other good players like Caden Ellis in Atlanta. Jags defense is only getting better for the future, and Princely Umanmielen can help them be up next. Also, just so I can pronounce the name correctly, hopefully I'm not butchering it. Princely Umanmielen. I think that's it, right? I might be really wrong. But yeah. 17th pick, Cleveland Browns select Carson Beck, quarterback at Georgia. Finally, a QB. The Browns are so close to being good. They got everything except a quarterback. Beck will have weapons like Amari Cooper, Jared Jeudy, and David Njoku for year one. If he needs time to throw, no worries. Browns O-line is one of the best ones. 18th pick, Los Angeles Rams select Walter Nolan, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. Nolan will be a good piece on defense. Nolan will have more tackles now that he transferred to Ole Miss, I feel like. And also, too, Rams need a defensive tackle to be the final piece of their defense. 19th pick, New York Jets select Colston Loveland, tight end out of Michigan. Jets need a better tight end than Tyler Conklin, I think. Loveland is a key piece of Michigan offense with his experience having a big role. Colston Loveland can learn from Mike Williams for catching tips and Tyron Smith and other linemen for blocking tips, so he has that mentorship. And also, too, he's just good in general, so yeah. 20th pick, Chicago Bears select Patrick Payton, edge out of Florida State. Payton is the final piece of this Bears defense. Payton had 7 sacks at Florida State. Payton is 6'5", so he could use the height for advantage when it comes to getting past any O-lineman. 21st pick, Atlanta Falcons select Jack Sawyer, edge out of Ohio State. Atlanta needs an edge rusher. Sawyer had 6.5 sacks at Ohio State and career-high 48 total tackles. Sawyer is one of the top-ranked edge rushers in 2025, being in top 5 for that position ranking. 22nd pick, Miami Dolphins select Mikael Williams, defensive tackle out of Georgia. Mikael Williams is going to be good due to Miami building up a decent defensive core in that front seven. Miami has many players Mikael can fit with, like Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, and Jordan Brooks. The defensive line could be run by Mikael Williams in his rookie year since, there's really not that much going on in the defensive line of the Dolphins. He won't run front seven, but he'll run that defensive line. 23rd pick, Green Bay Packers select Takario Davis, cornerback at Arizona. Davis can fit well and learn from people like Jair Alexander. I don't know if Stokes is going to be good. New defensive coordinator Jeff Haley can help out. Hafley can help out. My bad, guys. Davis had 15 passes deflected, so he could be a good blocker. 24th pick, Houston Texans select Ollie Gordon, second, running back, Oklahoma State. I feel like the Texans can have a better running back, too, than Dameon Pierce. Ollie Gordon is the top running back in all of college football, and 2, he is set to succeed in an elite offense. 25th pick, Philadelphia Eagles select Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver, Ohio State. Egbuka has more opportunities to prove himself now that Marvin Harrison Jr. is in the NFL. Egbuka can learn from A.J. Brown and study a lot about like a quarterback with a similar game to Jalen Hurts, since that's probably where he'll go, or like any like elite quarterback you can just study so he can like be a weapon for them. Mecca Buka is also able to have good seasons like his 2022 season of 1,151 yards and has a good average of 12.6, meaning he could probably end up being good in longer routes than just something like a 5-yard pass. 26th pick, Dallas Cowboys select Quinshawn Judkins, running back, Ohio State. Dallas needs a running back one badly since Zeke is washed and really no other Dallas running back can be trusted. Judkins has 1,158 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns rushing, so he can play well. And he is used to competing against tough teams due to being an SEC athlete and now in Ohio State in the Big Ten. So he still has similar competition he can get used to and stuff. 27th pick, Buffalo Bills select JT Tuimoloau, edge out of Ohio State. Bills need help defensively since Von Miller is definitely past his prime and AJ Epinesa is a bust for sure. JT Tuimoloau is heavy at 270, meaning he can break through offensive guards. He recorded 5 sacks, career high in college, and also career high in total tackles and in assist tackles. 28th pick, Cincinnati Bengals select Omarion Hampton, running back out of North Carolina. Hampton is at the perfect height of 6 foot. He can work very well and is immediately the RB1 on a team that doesn't have much of a running back. Hampton had 1,504 yards and 15 touchdowns. 29th pick, Detroit Lions select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle out of Michigan. Lions defensive line will eventually figure out how to replace Marcus Davenport since he isn't the best option, really. Grant is young and has the height and weight to play at edge instead of defensive tackle. Grant's position will change, but Dan Campbell has a defensive mind to show him the differences of edge and defensive tackle, so wouldn't really mind that. 30th pick, Baltimore Ravens select Donnie Dennis Sutton, defensive tackle out of Penn State. Dennis Sutton will work well in the Ravens defense, I think. Ravens need a defensive tackle other than Michael Pierce, and Travis Jones clearly hasn't worked out. Sutton only gets better and is experienced in being a key piece in a great defense like the Penn State defense in college. 31st pick, San Francisco 49ers select Tyler Booker, offensive tackle out of Alabama. San Fran needs O-line badly. Tyler Booker can be mentored by Trent Williams. Also, too, Booker is 6'5" and 335 lbs. So he is heavy and a tough obstacle for the front seven of most defenses. 32nd pick, final pick of this mock, Kansas City Chiefs select Ashton Jeanty, running back out of Boise State. KC can have a running back duo with Pacheco and Jeanty. Jeanty had 1,347 yards rushing and 14 touchdowns rushing. Ashton Jeanty is 5'9", but has 4.42 as a speed and also can work as a receiver in certain plays. So yeah, that is the second 2025 mock draft as STTM's out. See y'all next time. Road to 50.